What is going on, YouTube? It has been a very long time since my last video, and there's a fly in my face. The last video on my channel was the Pocky One Chip Challenge, and if you haven't seen that already, you can catch that somewhere right up here. I'll put a card for you to view that. Please check that out, give it a like. But today I feel like it's time for another Mustang update. There has been a lot going on with the COVID-19 pandemic, and I've taken advantage of that time to do some work to the Mustang. So let's give you guys an update. First new visible mod to the car is it is now lowered. It is currently lowered on Ibach Pro springs, which give a 1-inch drop in the front and a 1.5-inch drop in the rear, I believe. Second thing is not so visible. It now has a McLeod RXT clutch in it. Still working through the break-in process of that. There are a couple other things coming for the car that are not here yet, so there'll be videos on that when they get here. Also new, I have this GT500 spoiler that I ordered, and I've also added a Boss 302 rear diffuser. So just a few things to change up the mods, change up the car, you know, make it my own. Also, I currently have new Mickey Thompsons on 15 by 10.5-inch wheels, 15 by 10 wheels, sorry. And it is a 28-inch tall tire. But today, we're going to be installing something new. Alright, so today, we're going to be installing a new set of rear shocks. Now, I know you're thinking, why didn't I do that while the springs were being installed? Well, this is because I didn't know I needed rear shocks. After installing the new iBox, I found out that my rear shocks weren't as good as they needed to be. So I went on to Late Model Restoration, LMR, and I ordered a new set of Strange adjustable rear shocks. So I'm going to go ahead and open those up, show you guys what comes in the box. Then we'll get to that installation. Alright, so, new rear shock. This is what the box looks like. It says Strange on it. Nothing special. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Probably should have had a knife to make things a little easier. Alright, so first thing coming out of the box, little rubber grommet cover, dust cover I guess you would call it. Next we got the rear shock itself. Okay. So here is the rear shock, comes wrapped in plastic. It has a tie wrapped around it to keep it compressed. Good thing about these shocks, they come with new top bushings. One reason I chose them, and they are adjustable. But you can't really see the adjustment knob because it's covered up. But these are adjustable. So I'm going to get to that installation. There's also, I believe, a sticker and some instructions in the box. So, yeah, a sticker, and there's also an instruction sheet in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and get the car lifted up, and we're going to get these rear shocks installed. Can't talk right. Alright, so car is now jacked up, safely supported on jack stands. I still have the rear jack underneath the rear axle for some support. Now there are a couple things I need to do first before I can get these shocks out. Of course I got to take the wheels off, you guys know that. Inside the trunk there are 2 bolts that are going to have to come out. One there and there, those are the top shock mounts. And after I get the top shock mounts out, we're going to have to, well, first we got to get the bottom out. I'm going to have to move my sway bar because my sway bar has been relocated to fit the 15-inch wheels. It is starting to get dark on me, but now the wheels are off, my next step is to loosen the sway bar and drop the sway bar down. I got to loosen the rear lower shock mount, which is a 15mm, and then the one up top is also a 15mm. So the only size I should need right now at this point is a 15mm to get the install done. Okay, so here is the bolt for the sway bar, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen that. So that is out. I will have to do the same thing on the other side, and when I get the other side dropped down, the rear on this side is on the inside, which you can see why I have to move the sway bar, and that will let me lower the rear axle to get the shock out. Alright, now all the bolts are loosened. What I'm going to do next is use that jack to lower down the rear axle so that I can get the shocks out of the mount. I got the old rear shocks here, the other one's laying on the ground right beside me, and I will show you why I'm replacing them. Like I said, this is the old one off of the passenger side, and you can just compress it all the way down with little to no effort, and there's no rebound. So time for some new rear shocks. Here is the new Strange shock. I almost forgot the name of it. I was about to call it a Viking, but it's not a Viking, it's a Strange. Here is the new Strange rear shock, and I'm about to start reinstalling everything. Now, reinstallation is the same as uninstalling everything. You just do everything in reverse and put it back together. Rear shocks are now installed, not fully installed, and I know I haven't been filming a whole lot of the process because it's dark and I'm trying to get it done. Mosquitoes are biting the crap out of the back of my neck and so on. There's one around my head now. But now I have to raise up the rear axle, get the top bolted in, and I can get the bottom tightened up. All the bolts are in. I just have to tighten everything up and torque it down. New rear shock is fully installed. Sway bar is reinstalled and tightened back up. Now you see here on the Strange, there is the little adjustment knob. I'm getting in my own way of the light, sorry. There's the little adjustment knob. Now it is currently set to straight up and down. I haven't had a chance to read over what the best settings are yet, so I'll be doing that later after I have a chance to drive on them and see how they feel. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the wheels back on. It's dark outside, so I'm not gonna test drive tonight. That'll probably be a later video. But that is the install, and thanks for watching, you guys.